This is Pod Populi, podcast for the people.
Welcome back, people. Episode 4 of Design, Drink, and Dish. My name is John Ryan with Interiors by John Ryan, alongside my beautiful co-host.
I'm Wendy Davis with Wendy Lynn Interiors.
And Wendy, today, this is your drink.
This is my drink. It's my first featured drink.
It is.
I've been letting you take the role on that.
I'm happy to pass it along to you. So tell us what we got today. What are we drinking?
Okay, so
it looks delicious.
Yes, and I hope it tastes delicious. We haven't sampled it yet. It's an Espresso Martini. And my friend owns the espresso joint here in Boca. So
it's right next to us, right?
It's right next to where we air this, and in Royal Palm Place. And this is a vanilla bean, like a cold, over ice. Yeah. Vanilla bean with cinnamon.
Ooh.
Okay. And then we paired that with the Van Gogh chocolate vodka.
Love.
And then you brought in this liqueur, this coffee liqueur, which...
So this is a sweet coffee liqueur from actually another place that's in Meisner here. It's called, I think, Spirits and Spice. They do all handcrafted stuff. It's really good.
Oh, so that's handcrafted. They did it there.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's a coffee liqueur that we added.
Going on today.
Yes, crafted. We're so crafty.
All right. So let's give this a shot. Oh, and then what are we garnishing it with?
Oh, yeah. So we have it garnished with the 3 coffee beans, which means love, life, and laughter.
I don't know.
Or it's prosperity and love and
something. Something we would not put on a sign in our house.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. A cheesy sign.
Cheesy sign.
From,
get it out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Or the Hobby Lobby.
Oh, God. Yeah. I love Hobby Lobby, though.
See, I'm a home goods girl.
All right. Well,
but we will not get a tacky sign is our point to this.
No tacky signs are going.
But
only in our drinks.
But I think we should, name our little coffee beans. I think love. We all want love in our life.
Right. Wendy and Jonathan.
Wealth.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Well, wealth is good too.
Yes. So one is wealth, one is Jonathan, and one's Wendy.
Done.
Yeah. Okay. Cheers.
Cheers to us.
Cheers to episode 4. Okay.
Patro.
Give us a second. You guys are gonna hear us gulp. Yum.
Ooh, that's
yum.
Really good. And I gotta tell you, so my espresso martinis, I do not like milk or anything or any Baileys.
Sorry.
No. This is fucking delicious.
Okay, good.
It's really good. And I think the coffee joint, which I haven't, the espresso joint,
yeah.
which I haven't been to yet. So I think that plays a huge part in how good this is.
Yeah, it's delicious. This really,
my God.
Yum. We're taking another sip over here.
No, hold on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is really good. Yeah, because you're right. When they put Baileys in it and
it's disgusting.
Yeah, right. Too much. So,
right.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, Espresso Joint, for
thank
hooking
you.
us up.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you,
all
Taylor.
Right. What's our, we've got a couple good ones today.
Yeah, we do.
Topics.
We have a lot of good topics today. So let's dive in.
Let's get it going.
Okay, so topic number 1, Jonathan.
Yes, Wendy. Yes.
Is mixing metals okay? What is the difference between gold and, let's start with that.
Okay.
Is mixing metals okay?
100%. Mixing metals is definitely okay. Do not be afraid to mix metals whatsoever.
And by mixing metals, some clients are like, oh my God, if I have gold hardware on my kitchen cabinets, do I need a gold faucet? Do my, gold hinges on the door,
Yes, light fixtures over the island, the same color. You don't have to match. And that's going to lead into the second part of what I think this question is it's hard. There's not one company that makes lighting fixtures, hardware, plumbing fixtures, hinges, anything, doorknobs.
And all the same finish.
And all the same finish.
That would all exactly match.
You can get
their
gold.
Gold, right, but their gold might be more of a yellow, more of a satin, more whatever.
Exactly. It's not going to be the same.
So even to your point, if they do prefer gold hardware on their cabinets, it's okay if they have a stainless
absolutely
faucet.
So many people today, at least for us in South Florida, they're doing that. They're taking that risk and it's not even a risk.
It's not a risk.
It's not a risk.
It's not
just
a risk.
They're taking that leap into creativity.
And I think it's not a risk, obviously. We've said it's not a leap. It's trust. Trust us. It's fine. You're not going to be hung up on looking at that one thing.
There's no guidebook to design.
There's not.
I mean, if you like it, you like it. We're here to guide you So you don't make like, these
terrible
decisions. I'm glad you said that. Yeah, but no.
We don't want to clean up the mess.
Is totally fine. But there's a stark difference between bronze, brass, and gold.
Yeah, so that is the second part to the question. What is the difference between gold and brass and bronze?
So I think gold is more of that. It's obviously like that natural element. So it's got the like stark yellow undertone to it, and it's very bright. I think it's very jarring and aggressive, especially when it's used wrong. And most time it is used wrong because, if you're redoing your house and you don't have one of, your two beautiful interior designers here helping you, there's a good chance your kitchen or bathroom is going to be stark white. And then you're going to pair it with these gold hardware
or chrome.
Hinges
I'm over chrome too. The chrome Z Gallery with like the glass and chrome. Like, remember that modern?
It's just aggressive.
Right,
and it's in your face.
And the gold, you're right. It could really be like very yellow.
Yes.
And gaudy. Gaudy's a good word for that.
Gold. Yeah. And it looks cheap.
Yeah, it does.
It looks cheap.
Whereas brass,
it has almost like a warmer undertone, a darker kind of brownish. I wouldn't say brownish. It's definitely yellow, but it's more of a subtle yellow. It's not as hard on the eyes.
And you wouldn't say aged, right? Because that's a whole other finish.
Well, that's a whole nother category too. Because with your brasses, you have lacquered brass, you have unlacquered brass, you have aged brass, you have brushed brass, you have satin brass. I mean,
yes.
How many brasses? It's incredible, really. So it's just, you need to be cognizant or just aware when picking these finishes.
Yeah, and we're leading the client to pick the right finish.
Exactly.
We're never going to show them a gold fixture
and even some
or
of the
gold.
brass too. Like unlacquered and lacquered. So what that means is like if it's lacquered, you're going to have the same color for the end of time. But if it's unlacquered, it's a living finish essentially. So
not good for outdoors.
Not good for outdoors.
Not
but
good
even
for
indoors. Because indoors it ages, it oxidizes.
It oxidizes
with air. So
it will change its color and look.
Some people love, and it's a beautiful thing, but some people don't know that. And then, a couple months later, they're like, what happened?
Right. In literally a couple months. It doesn't take long for that oxidation process to kick in. And then all of a sudden they're looking at their beautiful faucet that might be coming out of the wall into a vessel.
You pay a premium for that. Yeah. So it's not cheap.
Right. And then if their interior designer is not clarifying that and just bringing it to their attention, guess who's getting pointed the blame?
We are.
Right. Not us, but them.
Right.
Right. Yeah. So the interior designer. So those are cognizant things that we need to keep in mind. Like, hey, just if you like this finish, it will oxidize, blah, blah. Yeah.
And
okay.
The last one is bronze, right? We didn't touch on bronze.
Right.
So bronze.
I love bronze.
I
love bronze.
Love it. You got to be careful.
Kind of like looks at like my outfit today.
Yes.
I am very bronzy, coppery.
Did you actually match your drink to the outfit
too? It was subliminal, but it's fall here. We are actually feeling the fall air in South Florida.
I don't know why we're cheersing, but we just
we love cheersing.
We do. I actually thought you were coming in for one. So
I talk with my hands, which isn't a good thing, especially holding a martini glass. But yes, it feels like a nice fall day. So I just wanted to dress the part.
And you do. You look great.
Yeah. Thank you, love.
Yeah.
Did I say that again?
I have to explain this to the people.
Yeah.
We were in Montana and we were coming back home from one of our trips we took together recently, a couple weeks ago. And we're standing in line waiting for the airport to open. I think we're in the security line. And the line was long. And this couple, older couple, cute as hell, starts walking backwards, like to come out of the line past us. And she goes, not Wendy, one of the other people goes, I think I'm in the wrong line. We were in TSA pre-check and she didn't have that. So she goes, I think we're in the wrong line. Wendy goes, yeah. Aww. And I'm like, what?
I know. It's so bad, my reaction sometimes.
She doesn't even know she's saying it.
I don't even know I'm saying it, which is like even worse, I think, but it means it's not spiteful. Like,
no,
it's
not. And that's why I love you.
I'm not trying to be bitchy and I don't know. Yeah. And then you compared me to, on White Lotus, that amazing actress who has that like tone in her voice.
God, who?
The heavier set lady that's blonde and she's in White Lotus. And
I don't watch White Lotus.
Oh God,
Jennifer Coolidge?
yeah, Jennifer.
Oh,
Jennifer,
Coolidge. Yes.
Well, you need to watch White Lotus.
I've
Hello,
never seen it.
God. You've given me a
people.
lot of like really good shows to watch. That is hands down. You will binge it all weekend and thank me.
Ooh, okay.
It's amazing.
Ooh.
3 seasons.
That's not bad.
Okay. No, it's easily
No.
done. And these are like, it's okay.
Yeah.
We're running
All
on
right,
tangents.
Back on
Sorry.
topics.
Brass.
No, that's good. Bronze.
Bronze.
See? So bronze is, I think that's where we start to get out of the yellowness and we start to get more into like the reddish brown, almost black in certain cases, like when we're doing windows, especially impact windows for new builds here.
That's what I did on mine.
They're all dark bronze.
That's what I did.
And black is an upcharge, a tremendous
and you know
upcharge.
What? Yeah,
and it's so close.
It is. And bronze is a little softer, you know? So if
Yes.
you want to pair that with like an ivory exterior wall, and I did urbane bronze as like my garage door. That's a great color. Yeah.
Great color.
So it's all very rich. And I have that Spanish tile, like kind of.
That might have been the color of the year for Sherwin-Williams.
It was. And I used it. I used it one year.
Shout out
I tried to always, I know we love our Sherwin-Williams and we know these colors like the back of our hands. I tried at one point for the first like 4 or 5 years to always incorporate the color of the year into a project.
It's so interesting.
Yeah,
I love
it's
that.
kind of like a fun way to.
Yeah. Well, we're saving this color of the year. I mean, it's already out in the open, but we want to have Sherwin-Williams on our podcast, and we were going to talk about that.
Yeah, so we can.
Yeah,
we won't give a spoiler alert.
Yeah. No.
So, okay, great.
So mixing metals, not a bad thing. Don't be scared. Be aware. And you're kind of going to have to. Yeah. Open, because it will turn out beautiful if it's done right.
1,000%. Okay. Topic number 2. Has a contractor or a vendor of yours gone behind your back to persuade the client to change one of your designs for practicality reasons?
Ooh.
And how did you handle it? So this has happened.
This
in recent history, or
this has happened about 2 weeks ago for me, and
this is recent.
This has happened a lot to me, not in an extreme way, but the one 2 weeks ago kind of did. So I'll talk about that.
Let's hear it.
Because we had selected a finish from Materials Inc. Should I be naming people?
You know what? Why not?
No.
You know what?
Well,
we're really
Material
open.
Inc's fault, so it wasn't. So so we're open. People want to know.
Exactly.
And that's
People
want to
know.
We're unfiltered. We're unscripted.
And that's our whole motto of our podcast.
It is. So we ordered this beautiful mirrored finish.
And this is for what?
For upper cabinets in a kitchen.
Okay.
So the whole
mirrored finish sounds beautiful.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Supposed to be. It was supposed to be.
It was supposed to be. So we ordered it. You know, it came in beautiful, and for whatever reason, the installer didn't read the directions on how to properly install this beautiful mirrored, very expensive finish.
And it got flown in from where?
It got flown in
from on the ship.
The material got flown in from Europe, because that's where Materials Inc. I think they're an Italian company. I think somewhere in Europe, and then it got flown to Canada, and then it was manufactured and put together in Canada, and then it was flown to South Florida.
Gotcha.
So a lot of things. A lot
of logistics.
Yes. So the material goes on, and they're hanging the cabinets now on the wall, and I walk in, and all the cabinets aside from one are installed, and there are nooks, there are crannies, there are scratches. It looks horrible.
And on a mirrored finish, you can see every imperfection.
You can see, every imperfection, yes. And I'm not talking about just fingerprints, because the client and I agreed that the product was so beautiful, and we were doing touch latch, so there's no handles or no hardware on it. So you have to like push open the door, it pops open, whatever. So we agreed that we were gonna forego the fact that you were gonna see fingerprints,
because it's so beautiful,
it's gorgeous, but we didn't expect anything else. And so I took a look at it. It was horrendous. And I was like, and I sent them an email. I was like, look, I don't know if this is done yet. I don't want to jump ahead of the game. But if it's not, or if it's finished, it needs to be removed and we need to rethink how or why this happened, right? So behind my back, the contractor went to the client and say, this is a horrible finish. I don't know why that this was used. You're going to see every...
the contractor meaning like the cabinet installer? No. The head GC contract builder?
Yes, exactly. So they went behind my back and they said to the client that, and I don't necessarily think it was a malicious thing, but I think because he's very like, solution oriented and he's great. I love him to death.
Right. So
there's nothing wrong with him, but I'm just talking about the situation.
But okay, let me kind of back up a step because you had used this particular cabinet manufacturer product before and had no issue. So when you brought it to your client, you're like, hey, this is a beautiful product. Yes, it's like, expensive, but you get what you pay for. So for your contractor to tell him this is a terrible product, who is he to say that? That's kind of rude.
Exactly. And clients are they're leaning on us to make their decisions. So if one bad thing, you got to be careful what you tell clients. I don't tell the clients a lot, like, as far as mistakes that happen or hiccups in the project, I just fucking solve it.
Exactly. That's why they hire us.
Yes. So
which is why we don't want a contractor or installer talking directly to the client. Talk to us because we will sugarcoat it in a way that the client doesn't need to feel stress.
No.
And at this
they're
point,
already stressed enough. They're going through a giant new home build.
Spending a lot of money, and this, cabinet doesn't look as they thought it would.
My problem was that he didn't let me figure out why it happened, how it happened. He was just dead set on, well, we have to move forward. We have to fix it. It's never going to work. We got to reselect. Like, you don't see this finish often, like ever. And that was a big deal. Like, I know it's just like upper cabinets, but I base my entire color scheme and my design around
the slab that you selected based on the beautiful mirrored cabinetry.
Well, guess what? Guess what we're now changing? We're changing the countertops that are already that were already fabricated.
Okay. So let's just go back. So what happened with the manufacturer and the cabinetry, and who took the blame to that? Because the installer was pointing fingers at the Italian.
At the materials.
And then Canada
company.
Was now. I mean, we're Switzerland in the mix. We're waving the white flag.
So what ended up happening was this. The client already had this in their mind that the product isn't working. So it was very hard for me to kind of go back and talk him into keeping this beautiful product. He was just like, no, I don't want it anymore. So they didn't even want to know why it happened, but I didn't care.
You wanted to know.
I wanted to know. And because number one, if it's a materials product or if it's a product that's defective, I want it out of my library.
Absolutely.
I don't want to.
You never want to do this ever again with another client. Okay.
But I want to know, like, if it's the installer, we'll have a conversation, figure out how it happened. Because I want to use this product again. You know what beautiful. I mean? I used it for someone else when I was working for them. And so I can't use their picture. So I want this
in your portfolio.
In my portfolio.
It is beautiful. I mean, you have shown me.
Long story short, it turns out it was an installation issue in Canada. And so they ended up taking the blame for it.
Great.
They're very nice.
Canadians are very nice, aren't they?
Yeah.
Generally.
Exactly.
Yeah, they are. They're very nice people.
And
you know who a Canadian Richelieu, isn't that a Canadian brand?
I know Richelieu, but I don't know where they're based out of. It might be Canada,
or it's a French Richelieu. Yeah, I think they're French Canadians from Canada.
Okay.
There's a fixture company too. I'm losing the word, the name of them. Anyway,
it'll come to you.
Yes.
It'll come to you when we're talking.
At like 2 a.m. I'm like, Jonathan, you remember?
That?
Yeah, right.
No, so it was, so we got it replaced.
But it took a while for you to do all the digging. Okay, so then what did your client reselect?
So we're doing a wood grain now.
Ew, boring, basic.
So boring. And then,
God dang it.
So we had to select the stone.
You had to rip out, was the stone already installed? Yep.
Already fabricated, already installed.
And you couldn't find a wood look that would complement it?
I mean, I could have, but I wasn't changing the whole design of the rest of the house.
Okay.
Like everything was already in motion. All the built-ins were in motion. the furniture hasn't been ordered yet, but I'm not changing that.
Right.
For
So
one
you're
thing,
like,
this snowballs into no matter how
it's a domino
big,
effect.
Yeah.
They think that's like very quick. Like, oh, it's just so easy just to swap out. It's like,
It's
whoa.
not, because that one little change to, let's say, a finish of a faucet will affect the rest of that bathroom or kitchen. I mean, your appliance, everything.
You're hiring us for our detail and our overall vision.
Yeah, and it was a little frustrating to me. I didn't, so, it is what it is, but I did pull that
contractor
aside after the fact. I didn't do it in front of the client.
No way, of course not.
And I told him, I'm like, look, I don't appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how I would have ever handled that situation. And he wasn't trying to be malicious, but
this is just open dialogue.
It's open dialogue,
yep.
so it doesn't happen again. And
exactly.
I want to work with these people again.
Of course.
So
because
it
in
is
essence, they might be your client as well.
Right.
If they're a contractor builder, they're going to give you, So you're like, hey, dude, just FYI, never do that again.
Never.
The end result could have been us just getting new product. It would have taken, a lot of time considering it's coming from X, Y, and Z. But, now I have to rework the whole thing, which is my time now involved.
I know. Exactly. It's a whole,
it's not all beautiful. The struggle is real. Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of people are like, oh my God, you're so lucky you're an interior designer. And it's like, there are struggles like that we have to like overcome. And
I think I said it before, like our job as designers are 90% of it is solving problems. And our job is not as glamorous as the people see, because what they're seeing are the
finished photos.
The professional photos at the end of a job. Which
exactly.
Nobody knows
pristine.
What it took.
They do not know how the blood, sweat, and tears
how hard could it be to pick a sofa, 2 chairs, and a table and a rug? Like,
right. Well, how hard?
You have no idea.
Yeah, exactly. You try doing it, and then we'll see what you mismeasured, and
That's a great point. Exactly.
Which I think was our episode water too, about how to. Yeah, it's one of the questions, right?
Oh God.
Okay, so all right. Well, that was really great. That was a wonderful answer for topic 2. Okay.
Upward and onward. Onward and upward. How's it go?
Yes, onward and upward.
Onward and upward.
Okay, topic 3.
2. Oh, did we do 1 and 2 already?
Yes.
Holy moly.
Time flies when you are drinking espresso martinis. Oh, you know what?
Tell me.
Tangent.
Tell me.
I did bring this up too. When we were talking about doing this podcast, I said, you know what? There should be a mocktail version for the pregnant listeners.
Okay.
For the listeners. At one point, I took a hiatus, off 9 months. I was like, you know what? I just don't feel like drinking anymore, you know? So a lot of my friends are taking a hiatus or they just stopped drinking. So I think we should always do a mocktail version. And I know a mocktail version of this. Guess what? If you do not want an espresso martini with vodka, just take the vodka out.
I guess that's right, because I don't really taste it.
Yeah, well that defeats the purpose. I'm just saying, for all our mocktail friends, they could easily have these gorgeous glasses. Mm-hmm. They could easily do the cheers, which is a very involving solitude. Cheers. It doesn't have to have the vodka. Just drink an espresso from Espresso Joint. Another little put your 3 beans in it. So
here's what we'll do, because we come up with the cocktails a few days before the episode. So I don't know anything about mocktails, and I'm not even gonna
try to wrap your head around.
So you can come up with the mocktails.
I'm gonna do the mocktail version.
Yeah, do a mocktail version.
Okay.
We're totally fine with that.
Gina, Paula, all my girls out there that,
And if I have any friends who like mocktails, let me know. I don't think
he does. I could probably already answer that question for you.
And don't ever go on a hiatus when I'm around.
Okay.
Just throwing that out there. What's topic 3?
I'll make note of that. Okay, topic 3. Okay, what's the craziest request you've had a client ask you for in their... I misread that. Hold on. I'm thinking of that last sentence that you just said. Okay. What's the craziest request you've had a client ask you for their home?
Okay. This is good. Okay,
or in their home.
Yeah.
I guess.
The crazy...
it's worded kind of weird.
You had a client ask you for to put in their home. Okay.
Oh, to put you in their home. Oh,
I guess I wrote it wrong.
Okay.
So I haven't had any crazy requests. I've had my company for I think 4 years now, so I haven't had any crazy requests with me with Interiors by John Ryan. But I've had, when working for someone up in New Jersey, I had a crazy request, and
let's hear it.
This was funny. So I wasn't with the owner of the company, but I was with their right-hand lady. So we go in to meet the client, and we're designing her master bedroom. Again, the master. And so they must have had a conversation without me. So I walk into this, and I have my little notepad, and I'm asking her what she wants, whatever.
You're doing consultation.
Little consultation, yeah. And she goes, okay, we're going to need support above the bed. And I was like,
support above the bed.
Support, like, like bracing, like 2x4s or, plywood above the bed, like where like a chandelier would be. And
you're
I'm
thinking that
myself,
they're going to build out.
How heavy is this fucking chandelier that they're going to put above this bed?
Sure.
So I'm like, okay, that's a great point. I'll make note of it. And then I was like, well, do you have the chandelier selected? And she's like, no, I don't. I was like, okay, well, how do you know you're going to need all this support for the chandelier? And all
they
of
start
a sudden,
dying
the
laughing.
they're going like red.
Oh,
like they're getting embarrassed. And I didn't catch that, but the girl who I was working with at the time, was like nudging me on the shoulder, like, shut up.
And you're like,
and I'm like, what?
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, okay, I'm not, something must be up. Like, I'm not gonna
pry.
pursue this. I'm not gonna pry. Exactly. So we ended up leaving, and we get in the car, and she starts dying laughing. This is the girl I'm working with. And I'm like, why are you laughing? And she goes, because they didn't want a chandelier above their bed, Jonathan. They wanted to put a sex swing in their bed. And I was like, all right, stop it right now. Here I am prying.
And you're like, hey, could you have given me that little asterisk note ahead of time,
Shame. I wasn't at that place long enough to see the sex swing.
Oh my God.
Installed.
Are you still friends with the lead designer?
I'm not.
No, dang it.
No, yeah.
So they literally had a sex swing above their bed. Yeah, that's an interesting request. That's a crazy request from a client.
We want you to, there's open dialogue here. Like, there's a lot of trust. We're not judgy.
No, we're not judgy at
so if
all.
you have a request that you want, tell us. We'll figure out a way.
Of course. Yes.
But that was mine. Have you had a crazy request at all?
I've had crazy clients. That's for sure.
We have all had.
You want me to tell you like a really funny story about a crazy client? So one of my handymen, like 7 years.
By the way, I need a good handyman.
Oh, I don't have any. I have hot. I hope my husband's not listening. He's probably not. But and they're not hot to me, but all my clients like swoon over them because they're firefighters. They are firefighters, so they're young. They are tall, they're built, and they are so respectful and so nice. So Lewis and Nolan.
Hi, Lewis and Nolan.
Yeah. Jonathan Ryan might be calling. Yes. In interior design.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right. Not okay. All right, we're going on a tangent. So not that handyman, my other handyman who used to get very frustrated and everything. He's like, Wendy, he's like, you left me with crazy Kathy for 3 hours. He's like, she was literally hovering over my shoulder while I'm like, assembling something. Right. He's like, he was a sweater. So he was like a big guy that he would just like sweat a lot. And I remember returning back to the job site just to make sure that everything was in its place, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And that's when he told me, he's like, in the last 3 hours, she's been like hovering over me. So she didn't think he was hot. I mean, Ryan, he's a good looking guy, but like not like, hot in the eyes of like Nolan and Lewis who are like, early 30s and just, tall and like, but, and Mackenzie loves them both. Like Lewis and Nolan. Yeah. Well, she does love Jonathan Ryan more. She loves you. Mm-hmm. She saw me watching like a little clip of our podcast and she's like, what are you and Jonathan Ryan laughing about? I'm like, oh, honey. She's like, I miss him. She just saw you yesterday.
I saw you both yesterday.
I know. Some
drinks.
Yep. I know. Yeah.
Look at us. Just
we just bump into each other left and right, Vibe. The vibe is always there. Yeah. So that I don't know. There's always a lot of crazy client stories. Too many.
Well, that'll be an episode. We got to make sure they're past clients.
This was a past client and she reached out to me again and I'm just like, oh no. I'm like, busy. I can't. Yeah.
I'm busy.
Yeah.
My workload is too much.
Right.
No, not doing it.
You can't. Nobody has time for that.
So your vendor, it's your turn to do your vendor of the week.
Yes, so I'm doing my drink of the week and vendor of the week. And I set you up last week because you were talking about your female wallpaper installer. Yes. And I have a female mill worker.
Stop.
Yes,
Really?
she is amazing. I guess she learned the trade through her dad, who was a carpenter, and she just grew up watching him, use the saw and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
And she's so chill and so cool and so easy to work with. Tiffany Minka. She does all my built-ins.
Hey, Tiff.
And
Can we call her Tiff?
I call her Tiff all the time.
I love that. Okay,
That's
good.
so funny. Yes. I was just there at a project with her earlier today, and I call her Tiff, and she's awesome, and she does work for the homeowners, but like we always say, she does prefer working for interior designers. And
where is she located? What's the name of the company?
Okay, so it's Designs by Tiffany Minka, and she's located in Pompano.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So
how long have you been working with her?
A long time with Tiff. I would say 5-6 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah, that's a long
good
time.
relationship.
It's a great relationship.
Yeah.
She gives me some referrals, and of course, I bring her in on all my built-ins and everything else that I need. So
Instagram and
she has Instagram. Yeah,
okay, I gotta look her up then.
Yeah,
we're gonna friend each other.
Yeah, you should. You should.
Awesome.
So, do we have a send-off?
Ooh, no. Wait,
oh
we have a
gosh.
question from the audience.
Oh my God, I
from
forgot. Okay, yes, we have a listener question. Gosh. All right. What is the number one thing people get wrong with lighting?
We have a lot of lighting questions.
We've been talking about lighting.
A lot about lighting
finishes
lately. and sizing and whatever.
Yeah.
So one thing people get wrong with lighting. So obviously,
is the size.
Obviously the size. Yeah, you could big or too small for the space you're in. But if we go beyond that, because we've already talked about that, I think we can go with the temperature of the light itself.
I was going to say that too.
Yeah.
So the bulb is measured on kelvins. So when you go to a store, Home Depot, Lowe's, and you see 3,500 kelvins.
Right.
2,700. 27. Yep.
35, 4, 5, 6,000.
So I think a standard should be 2,700 to 3,000 kelvins for an interior home lighting.
Right.
A 5,000 Kelvin, which we probably walk into a lot more than what we need to.
Yes.
That's hospital lighting. That is an office space. They don't even have that horrendous
this is
lighting
probably
here.
What, 30, 35? I wouldn't say it's for 37 maybe.
That one's more like a 27, 20. Yeah. But yes. But do not go 5,000 Kelvin. People are like, oh, it's the whitest white. Okay, it's terrible. It makes everybody look terrible. It's terrible. It's hard on the eyes. Paint colors are.
And it's very client forward, or not client forward, but just client
preference
dependent. It's their preference. So I love a 4,000, and that's still white. That is still white.
And I guess we need to differentiate between recessed lighting and bulbs.
Tasks
exactly. Tasks. Right. There's a lot of elements with lighting. So yes, I'm not disagreeing that a lighter light.
So let's just talk about, I think I don't know, the recessed lighting, the hi-hats and the light, that. It all depends.
Let's just say, I think we are encompassing it. Yeah. What do they go wrong with? I don't even think it's the lighting. I think it's the bulbs.
Matching them because let's say you have your hi-hats or your recessed lighting in your ceiling. That'll be 4,000. Then you have a pendant that'll be 2,700, which is a warmer color than the light you have up there. And then you have a floor lamp off to the side, which will be 3,000. And you're like, girl or guy, what the f are you doing?
Girl or guy.
Girl or guy.
Quiet,
We're all inclusive here. So it's they need to pay attention to the kelvins.
They do.
But there's.
And that's for us to educate them on.
It is.
And, I walk into a lot of homes that are done by builders, and I always call it the Home Depot special. They don't know. These builders don't know. It's no offense. You're a man, but you have an eye. Exactly. And they're slapping in this, that, and the other. And they're slapping in the 5,000 Kelvin recessed lighting. And it's whoa, whoa, whoa. And that's the first recommendation. I'm like, change out all your bulbs.
Right.
You got to go softer.
Yeah. I had a thing today. I met a client before this actually, and
new client or existing?
Existing.
Okay, good.
It's the second home I did for her, and they hung the chandelier in the master bedroom, and she asked me, "Oh, this is another thing too." We have clear bulbs, so you can see the filament inside it, so they're not frosted.
Like Edison bulbs.
Yeah, like an Edison bulb, in the chandelier, but there's 16 of them. So she's looking at it, and she has a good eye, man. I mean, she saw the sticker that we forgot to take off on the light bulb, And she's like, I see the sticker.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, that's a great point. I'm going to change it. And then the electrician told her they should be frosted bulbs. And I'm like, and
well,
she
why
asked
is
me,
he not staying in his lane?
stay in your lane, dude.
I
And had
hate
to,
when
like,
the contractors don't stay in their lane.
they don't. And I
you
had
would
to
have
tell her.
listen, and you know bulbs. You would have sourced a frosted bulb if you
exactly.
would have recommended a frosted bulb.
But
You
this
know what?
one, it's a bulb, and then they're like a glass kind of globe, but it's kind of like like an antique glass finish.
Like a crackle.
Yeah.
I
So
love
if you,
that.
but you could see through. So it's, but if you put a frosted bulb in that, all the frosted bulbs are like white, right? You're gonna see just white circles in each of the globes, and I'm like, that's not what you want to see. Like, I just stay in your
Well, I'm
lane.
glad she trusted you
She
and
did.
she asked you.
She did. But that's another element too. Like, do you want frosted? Do you want clear? Do you want an Edison bulb? Like all these things that people get wrong.
And this is where we come in.
Yeah.
It's
the
not all
tiny things,
easy.
things you
Tiny
never think of.
details. It's details. The devil is in the details.
It
Have you ever
is.
heard that expression?
I have. I don't think I have.
Yeah,
But you're killing me with these
expressions.
I
Yeah,
love
the
that.
fifth
The
wall.
fifth wall. Love it.
Yeah, we'll have
Love
to
it,
talk
love
about
it.
the fifth wall with Rue
Yeah.
from Sherwin-Williams in a couple
I can't wait
episodes.
to have her on the
I know, me
podcast.
too. She's gonna be so fun. She's trying. It's corporate stuff
Yeah,
that's going on.
we gotta
So
get it all
we're
approved.
patiently waiting.
Patiently.
And I could restructure our espresso martini for
She
her.
loves a dirty martini.
With the dirty. That is
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
I'll just have to get the blue cheese stuffed olives.
Oh, but we'll do. Oh, yeah, we're doing a real espresso. We'll do
no, we
another
don't have to.
flavor, maybe.
We just did an espresso. We can do
Yeah.
the dirty with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Deal.
Oh, we went over.
Oh,
Okay.
it's okay. Well,
All right.
thanks for listening.
Yeah,
and
thank you for listening. We
this
love
is a-
you guys.
Yeah, like and subscribe. Can we say that for podcasts, or is
I
that
don't
just
think
YouTube?
so. Yeah, I think
I don't
that's
know.
just,
Just like,
other things.
tell us what you think. And
Yeah,
send
I
in your
know.
questions.
Feedback.
Send in your questions.
We want your questions.
All right.
Okay.
Until next. Oh, wait. We have the ChatGPT send off.
I thought you didn't have one.
No, I have one.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Okay. If your space looks good, the wine tastes better.
Oh, I love it. Cheers.
Cheers. Until next time.